Very, very good interview with Rod Black earlier on this morning. Big things are happening there. But I'm really, really excited to be able to say I'm joined by Jenny Webb from the band Diamonds and Whiskey. And believe me, you're going to love this. But Jenny, I promised that I would play this for you that was inspired by your bedroom. So have a listen.
I don't know how we got into your bedroom, but you're listening to DJ Grant in the mornings on Galaxy 107 FM with Clayton Bellamy and the congregation. Crank it up.
And it is quite true, Jenny. Believe me, he absolutely loved the conversation we were having, and that's what he turned out. So, first of all, let's do this.
Galaxy 107.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and I'm joined by Jenny Webb coming out of North Carolina, y'all. It is nice to have you with us, Jenny, and welcome back. It's been a while.
It has been a while, but I'm so excited to be here. I missed you guys.
Believe me, we love Diamonds and Whiskey here at Galaxy. We play your music all the time. We get a huge response. People want to know more about you, Jenny. They really do. And, well, some questions I refuse to answer. I'm going to be honest with you. They can get, get a little bit much. But there's other people out there that say, we want to know more about Diamonds and Whiskey. So today is our chance to let our listeners know all about it. But first of all, before we get into it, let's go with Hold On. We will talk about that right after this. Here's Diamonds and Whiskey. So how you been?
I'm doing great.
Hey, Paige.
Considering the coronavirus, but otherwise we're trucking along, and people are picking up our music everywhere, and we're planning to be on the road in July. So, we lost all of May and June gigs, but hoping to get out there in July and keep on trucking.
Yeah, believe me, it's surreal times, isn't it? It really is weird.
It's crazy. It really is. If you told me 6 months ago it'd be like this, I would have said you were nuts. And here we are.
Exactly. But having said that, I mean, good time to actually just sit down, take a sum up of everything, and maybe do a bit of writing. You never know.
Yeah, I've been writing a lot. I've written our next album, so we have plans to record that this year. And so yeah, we're excited about that. My plan is put out an album every 12 to 18 months, so we're pushing hard for that.
Nice. Now, forgive me, please forgive me. I'm a typical man, but is that a tattoo or is that lingerie you're wearing?
Oh, well, that's my bra. But it's one of those pretty ones that you can show,
Right.
Now I do have tattoos, but they're all different.
Yeah, no. Believe me.
A couple on my arms.
I'm a big fan of tattoos, especially tattoos on women. I've got to be honest with you. But it was just sort of redirecting the eyes there for a moment.
Hi,
so
Brandon.
It's working well.
Well, thank you very much.
Nice.
Jenny, Brandon's watching.
Oh, Brendan.
And Paige.
Brendan Lambert?
Hi, guys.
Yeah.
Nice.
And Gear, of course.
And Gear's
Yeah.
online too. Yes, we're going to be bringing him in
But
very shortly.
we haven't met
aren't
you
we?
yet, Brandon. I think next time we should.
Yes, exactly. Chris McKinney is on drums as well with this
Yeah.
band, and believe me,
Hey,
very,
y'all.
very talented band. Elena, I want to talk about Elena as well because I haven't met Elena yet, but she sounds like a bundle of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Elena is, I think I told you, she's from Russia.
Hold on. Let's go to the desk. Getting too far away with it. Sorry. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and well, 19 after 11 o'clock, 13 degrees. You know, I'm kind of scared that the weatherman and Barbara are going to win this today. I'm saying 22 degrees. Bit of a struggle at 20 past 11. I think I might have missed the boat by some mark today, which is unusual. Usually I win this. Anyway, we're joined today by Jenny Webb, coming from the band Diamonds and Whiskey, and believe me, North Carolina. Yeah, absolutely love North Carolina. I really, really do. And Jimmy, I'm sorry that I cut you off very, very quickly there. We were running out of time, but we were talking about Elena, and I was saying she sounds like a bundle of fun.
She is. She's a whiskey girl. And she is, well, I think the best fiddle player in the world, but I'm partial, I guess, and I love her to death. She's from Russia, and hearing her speak Russian, because that's her first language, is incredible. So we always enjoy that on our trips and stuff when she's on the phone with her family. We all just kind of sit and listen. but she's a fiery redhead, and to watch her on stage is just amazing. So if you ever get the chance to, it's an incredible experience because she's such an amazing entertainer.
Well, you never know. There may be a chance that we might just get the chance to do so. In the past, we've spoken about getting you guys down here, down under in New Zealand, and I want to talk about that very, very shortly, but let's just go back a little bit. We started off the show with Hold On, and of course, Elena playing the fiddle in that as well, wasn't she?
Oh yeah, she can just play anything, and what I love is her style is so rock and roll. It's not so country fiddle, it's more of a rock and roll, and it's something different that most people don't get to experience, so that song really shows it off.
Yeah, absolutely, and there was a reason why production actually put that in there first, because of that reason, literally, because of course we're going to talk about Devil Went Down next. But let's just talk a little bit about Hold On. Now, tell me a little bit about the lyrics there. How did you come to those?
Oh my goodness, well this song started out as a ballad. And yeah, it's real slow and very different, which we may record that version of it. But yeah, it's about when you know you should be letting go of somebody, but you just can't because you love them so much. I mean, it's a very simple song, but I think most people can relate to that. Even when something's toxic for you, you still can't seem to let go of it.
Yep, I can totally understand that. I really, really can. And believe me, I was going to mention to you, yeah, because you said that she came from Russia. Believe me, I've been out with a lot of ladies around the world, and they've all got one trait. That is, it doesn't matter what language you're being sworn at, you know you're in trouble. Believe me, I've upset a lot of ladies around the world, and I've heard a lot of swear words in a lot of different languages. Still don't know what I've been accused of, but hey, I'll take it.
I'm sure you were wrong, so.
No. Everyone a winner, believe me. Having said that, now I know a young man who works very, very closely with Charlie Daniels, and he also did a version of Devil Went Down to Georgia back in the day. His name's Chris Buck, and believe me, very, very talented man in his own right. He really, really is. And as I say, he works very close to Charlie Daniels. So when I found out that Diamonds and Whiskey did a version of Devil Went Down to Georgia, I had to know more. Why did you choose this particular track? Was it because of the fiddle?
Well, yes. So it's one of my favorite songs of all time, first of all. It tells a really cool story. But I thought, how neat would it be? Because I hear mostly men do this song. You know, there's a few chick versions out there, don't get me wrong. But I hear mostly guys do it. And so I thought, how neat would it be if we did this really rockin' chick version that's a little different, you know, because I kind of slowed it down in the beginning and I created a kind of sing-song, you know, tale with it. So yeah, we decided to do it. We did a video for it that was really, we did crazy makeup and something different, and it's done so well, really, really well, and people have loved it. I was nervous because when you redo a classic, you never know what you're going to get, but the reception has been amazing for that song, so we're really thankful.
Well, I've got to be honest with you, we play it here at Galaxy, we have had such a response for it, we really, really have, that I've got to congratulate you. I like this version. Now, believe me, I really don't like a lot of covers in my time. I think the originals are always where they should be. And anybody that messes with something like that, they've got to come to the plate and actually hit it out of the park. You know what I mean? And, well, when I first heard Devil Went Down to Georgia, Diamonds and Whiskey style, loved it. Absolutely loved it. So, we added it to the playlist. We had a hell of a show. Literally, lots of people wanted to know more about it, who it was. We didn't say a thing, just played it, and we have done so for a little while now. And I think it's time that we let it out of the bag. Literally, Jenny Webb from, of course, Diamonds and Whiskey, with, of course, Elena in there. Here is the devil.
Devil went down to Georgia. She was looking for a soul to steal.
Gosh.
I'm so glad you like it. Thank you so much.
No, true, Jenny. I really, really do. I think this is an extremely good version of it. I think you've done well. Very well.
Thank you.
And as I say, you know, I tend not to look at bands who do covers. You know what I mean? Or even sound-alike bands, stuff like that. I like originals. I like people who can get out there, write a song and perform it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But from time to time, there is a gem that comes through. And I can name you maybe about 4 or 5 different bands that I have actually just went, I don't know who this band is, but I like this version, find out for me. And one of them was Carolina Rain with House of the Rising Sun, wasn't it? Another one was One Ugly Cowboy with another one, Bites the Dust. They come to the plate and they knock it out of the park every time. So respects for that.
Yeah.
Jenny, this one's one of those.
Oh, thank you. Well, I really appreciate it because I was nervous about it, but I really think it worked. It just worked out really, really well, and everyone seems to love it. You know, we have not yet had one, and I'm sure we will get some bad comments, but so far everyone has loved it. So I'm very grateful to you. And we don't do this cover thing. That's not our thing. We put out original music, but this one was really cool.
Exactly.
So we're excited about it.
Exactly. Well, I was actually talking to, as I said, Chris Buck about the song a couple of days ago, last week, weren't we? And he was saying that he's writing with a guy called Rod Black, who we interviewed earlier on this morning. We've known Rod for about 5 years, and we were giving Rod a bit of stick as well, saying, hey, listen, Chris says you owe him the beers, and the next shout is yours, right? But I was actually talking to Chris about you, and he goes, you know, I'll pass me the song. I'll play it to Charlie Daniels.
Really?
Yeah. So,
oh my gosh, I would love to know. I mean, I would hope Charlie doesn't hate it, but I would love to know what he thought because I'm such a big fan. I mean, I'm a huge fan.
Well, we will find out and pass that on to you.
Thank you so much.
Believe me, and I'm pretty sure that he will absolutely love it. I really am. But
I mean, hope so.
Look at the legacy that Charlie has built just around that one song.
Oh, I know, right? Oh.
Huge legacy. Huge legacy. Who's with us today?
Oh, we've got Cheryl.
Cheryl Arnold?
Shimmer Johnson, of course.
Hello, Shimmer. Nice to have you back.
And Brendan.
Brendan's joining us from the band. He's watching The Boss, isn't he?
And Paige. And Frode. I don't know how to pronounce your name, Frode. Is it Frody or Frode? I'm sorry.
Anyway, let's go back to the desk. Frodo. Oh no.
Oh, it's Frody or Frodes. It's
Okay.
F-R-O-D. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to make fun of his name.
No.
Because that's not fair, but...
No. A nice Norwegian.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107fm and Frody. Thank you for joining us this morning. We're not making fun of your name, but believe me, anybody named like that, we instantly think of Lord of the Rings. Yeah, you can, forgive us, can't you? Anyway, well, let's run it down. Jenny Webb, Elena, Brandon Lambert, who's joining us this morning, and Chris McKinney as well on drums. That's the band. How long have you guys been together now?
Oh gosh, well, Chris McKinney is the oldest member of the band. We've been together for almost 3 years. Next month will be 3 years. And that's basically when the band started. And Elena's been with us about 2.5 years, I think, and then Brandon just joined us about 8 months ago.
Very
yeah, they're great people, and I'm really, really happy to be surrounded by such wonderful musicians.
Now, Jenny, I've got to read this because, believe me, it's here to read, and I absolutely love it. A combination of Beauty Queen and Hellraiser alike, this rock country group is set to take the world. Yes, they are. Carolina native Jenny Webb and Russian-born Elena are the perfect combination of bar and beauty and backwoods danger. Love that. Diamonds and whiskey, a raw passion mixed with careful execution. I couldn't have put it better.
It's a really well-written sentence.
yeah, believe me, that's a hell of a way to be able to put down a bio right from the start. I like the start of that, I really do. How long has Elena been playing the fiddle now?
I think since she was a little girl. She's been playing since she was a child. She was classically trained violinist, so that's the style you're hearing come out. She's very technical. I can't say enough about how talented she is. She's just a totally different animal, I feel like, than most fiddle players. So to me, she's more of a violinist, but she can play anything. So she can do the country fiddling, but like I said, we play a lot of rock and roll in our shows, and she brings something really special to that. She also plays mandolin and piano, just so you know.
Very, very cool. I'm a very talented cowbellist.
Well, you always need more cowbell.
There you go. By the way, I sort of do a backstreet triangle as well, just on my off days.
You can join us on stage.
Oh my God, that would be scary in its own right. But now I got to ask you, you've been singing for years now. I can hear it in your voice. I really, really can. But what originally got you interested in being a singer?
Oh goodness, I've been singing since probably I was 5 years old or so, and my dad has an amazing voice. I think he's a much better singer than me. Incredible range, and I just used to sing with him growing up, just going down the road, and I could sing harmony probably by the time I was 7, and very good harmony. And then it just got better and better, and then I took vocal lessons as I got older, and was actually trained to sing opera. And I wanted to be on Broadway. That was my original dream. And I enunciate everything. So it took me a long time to stop enunciating so well. When I try to sing country music, people make fun of me. Though I grew up in the country. I grew up on 30 acres, and, I'm a country girl, but I always spoke very proper because of my opera training. So yeah, I've wanted to sing since I was a child. As long as I can remember.
Yeah, Jenny, I couldn't be happier to listen to your music because I think you're an absolutely superb artist in your own right. You really, really are. Now, having said that, and we're going to talk about Walk On very, very shortly, but I know I was talking to a friend of mine coming out of England not so long ago, and he was saying to me, these are really, really weird times over here. I'm saying, yes, this COVID-19 is really making an impact. He goes, and then I said to him, yeah, well, I've heard that Andrew Lloyd Webber is making a new musical over there, and stuff like that. And he goes, is he? I said, yes, the whole new musical is now called Cuts. What's that? Oh my goodness. I see Brandon has joined us live on the Facebook Live thing. I'll make sure that you get a copy of everything, Jenny. We'll transpose everything over from Facebook Live to YouTube. You can have a copy of that. Most people receive one thrown in the bin straight away. They don't want to relive this nightmare of an interview anyway. And I don't blame them. We'll give you some photos and everything like that. We have photos, nobody else will ever get. Barbara does photos and everything else. So we take care of you, and you'll be able to put those on your page. So me. Don't do it. Don't play with Kiwis. It never works. So we were very, very briefly discussing, and I think the last time that we met, about getting you guys down here in New Zealand, playing in front of New Zealand audiences. Now, this has changed, Jenny. Not one bit. Do you mind if I call you Jenny?
Yes.
Nice. Well, Jenny, this has not changed. We want to see Diamonds and Whiskey in front of New Zealand audiences on New Zealand stages here at Aotearoa. And I was just wondering, have you ever thought really hard and fast about this? Would you like to come here?
Yes, absolutely. We've been talking about it ever since the last interview. Our publicist, our agent, we are definitely working on getting over there. So you guys playing our music is a big step for that. So we really appreciate it.
We wouldn't dare not play your music if it's not that good. Let's be honest about it. But at the same time, maybe about 4 or 5 shows here in New Zealand and maybe about a half a dozen in Australia to make it worthwhile, make it, the Australasian experience. But you may need to come back to New Zealand after Australia just to detox a little bit.
I remember that.
Yeah, you remember how I give them a bit of stick, don't you? And they still do. But having said that, and here's a weird thing, Jenny. I was talking to another interviewee not so long ago. His name is Doc Yates, a real doctor, and performs in America. And he says, Grant, I've got a Galaxy story for you. And I went, no, you don't. He goes, I do. He says, my drummer was at a NASCAR race, sitting up in the bleachers, having a good time watching the race. And he had a couple of Australians next to him. And I went, oh yeah, Australia. He goes, yeah, well, this is the weird thing. The drummers introduced themselves to these people. And they said, yes, we know about Doc Yates. And the drummer says, how do you know about Doc Yates? He goes, and the lady next to him goes, we listen to Galaxy 107 FM. Now, it really happened, it really did. Now, the incredible thing is, they're Australian. I give Australian a bit of stick all the time. You know what I mean? They're just the gluttons for punishment if they want to listen to me. But what a great story. It really, really is. Out of
That's
nowhere,
really awesome.
out of nowhere, you find people in some sort of assimilation. And, of course, the drummers going, I play with Doc Yates. And the Australians are going, yeah, we know. That's funny. Anyway, I'm not sure whether you're familiar with Lord of the Rings, but just about an hour and a half's drive from where we are at these offices. Earth, the original set.
Oh, I would love that. I'm such a big fan. I would absolutely love it.
Brilliant, because believe me, it's a really good thing to do. It really is. Unless you're me, that might get kicked out every now and again. It's happened. Yeah, I kind of run amok. I try to be a Bigfoot. A hairy foot. I try to battle the orcs. No, that's funny, especially if somebody comes from Auckland. Yeah, it is. But we do have a number of things that we do here in New Zealand. We're going to run through, a couple of dares while you're down here. But at the same time, I know that you're eating a meal right now, and it's a vegetarian meal. Is that indicative of you? Are you a vegetarian at all?
And I was just going to ask you about vegan sausages. Have you ever tried them? No? Are they made of real vegans? But don't be sure. Anyway, let's talk about it. Tell me all about Volcom.
That's a special song. Any song I can try a song for Tim that is out right now.
Well, Jenny, I'm going to be honest with you. I have loved it from the day I got there, and I really have. And we can't wait to play it again right here at Galaxy. Here's Diamonds and Whiskey. Walk on. I'm not sure how we've received it because it will go through production and stuff. I'll get to talk to you about it, you know what I mean? But we do have a very honest team that loves to be able to research stuff, find out all sorts of stuff, get new music all the time, you know what I mean? We love you guys, absolutely. We are begging you for new stuff all the time. Please do that, won't you?
Oh, yes, absolutely. I think the important thing, we'll have to get the band together so we can all talk.
I see Gia currently online watching us as well right now. You'll be able to see the video we finished. You will meet Gia, and it's very, very pretty lady. Very, very pretty lady. I'm very jealous, to be very honest. Yes, the new queen. Lady White, I think. The name of Miss White. Miss White. But we will introduce you to these people when we're finished. We'll have a little chat afterwards.
So, we'll put you on now because there's a bit of feedback, but we'll call you in after, okay? But we just wanted you to see Jenny. She's so beautiful, isn't she? Here she is. Okay, we'll see you after.
Yeah. See you after, yeah. We'll bring him in after we do this interview, but this is all about you and Diamonds and Whiskey right now. I think the song that I recorded how many years ago? Band. I'm silly. I was born that way. Dropped on my head. When I was born, the doctor slapped my mother.
I don't do that
anymore, but can you now go off here? There's quite a bit of feedback. We're going back on here.
Okay.
See you soon.
Excuse me. I'm an asthmatic, unfortunately.
Absolutely stunning. Diamonds and Whiskey. The music, it's the writing, it's the words, it's the artistry, it's the singer, it's the whole package. This is a great band. Yeah. And you need to get involved. People, go and have a look at this band. Check it out. Go and buy the music. Believe me, go to the shows. When you can, go back to the shows.
Isn't it terrible times at the moment?
It's shocking at the moment. Believe me, Jenny, we're only allowed to have 100 people at a gathering at the moment. Not good if you're having a concert.
No.
Let's go back to the desk.
Well, there was a bit of fun with Gear and Brandon coming on.
Yeah. Oh dear. What's going on here? You know something? I think we ran out of time. We were too busy talking and it stopped.
Dear.
Oh my goodness, the production manager walked out and didn't give us a heads up. Good-o, that's fun. Sorry about that, Jenny. We're a bit of dead air there for a couple of seconds. But of course, I'm all excited because I'm talking to you, and believe me, it is an absolute pleasure to be able to do so. Now, at the same time, you've been singing since you were a young child and putting everything together. How do you come across the lyrics to make songs? Now, this is very important because I have an inkling that very, very shortly we're going to be talking to somebody who's writing a song for you, and I think it's going to be an exceptionally exciting time. But you yourself, how do you come across making music? Does the inspiration just one day just hit you like a bolt of lightning and you got to write it down and progress it from there? Or is it something you sit down and forcibly work out?
No, for me, it pretty much hits me like a bolt of lightning, and I just start writing. And everything I write is from experience. I think I need to get better at writing about things that I haven't experienced. That's something I'm not so good at. So everything's more emotional for me. So it just comes pouring out because it's something I feel. Walk On was a good experience for me because I actually wrote about someone else's life. But experiencing memory loss is something that I went through in little spells from having Lyme disease. And so I understood that a little bit. So I was able to draw from that.
Of course, and now I remember, that's right. Way back we spoke about you in the Lyme disease, and thank you for making me remember that, because believe me, I hadn't remembered that, and there was something I was always thinking, there's something special about Jenny I must remember, so thank you about that. Now, the reason why I asked you about how you find your writing style, does it hit you like an epiphany, or whether you work it out? I was talking to another young man, well, he's not very young actually, his name's Dwayne Watson, coming out of British Columbia, and he says, Grant, you play my music on the radio. I said, yes I do. He says, you brought me back to radio, and I said to him, you know something? There's a lyric in there if you think about it. There is a lyric in there. So I sent him a task. He's off thinking about how he can write a song about a DJ that plays his music now. I feel sorry for him. That's going to be near impossible to do. It's where you find the lyrics at the time, isn't it? It's suddenly something that would just trigger something, and you've got to write it down. And I find a lot of the artists that I talk to, the stuff they write down on, like McDonald's napkins, can be the best song ever.
Right, absolutely, yeah. I think the things I write in spur of the moment, like Muddy Water, I wrote Muddy Water in 2 minutes, the whole song. And it just poured out of me. And I think those end up being the best ones.
Well, we're going to talk about Muddy Water very, very shortly. But first of all, I do want to talk about, of course, Sugar Stick. I want to talk about Sugar Stick. Wow. Wow. That's you could hook that up to the national grid and keep the power going for at least an hour or two on that one.
Yeah, I have really violent sneezes. I have a strong diaphragm.
Very, very cool. The things you don't need to know sometimes. I love that. I really do. So, let's talk about Sugar Stick. Now, believe me, we've had this one for a little while, and somebody mentioned to me that they really asked the other day whether Sugar Stick was going to be in on the interview. And we thought, well, yeah, we better put it in there. So, tell me about Sugar Stick. Now, since we've started playing that, we've had over 1,900 requests for it.
Wow, really?
1,936 apparently coming from the voice in my head since we very first started playing it. Now, put that into perspective of all of the Diamonds and Whiskey songs that we play. We get a lot of requests for you guys. We really do. So, what's the secret of your success? Tell me about Sugar Stick.
Oh, Sugar Stick. That's probably the 7th song I ever wrote. And I wrote that about my husband at the time. And he, you ever have those relationships where you love somebody, but they drive you crazy, and you feel like you can't live with them or live without them?
Yeah,
that's what Sugar Stick is about. It's about, I'm freezing cold, but I'm burning hot. It's all oxymorons, basically. So somebody makes you want to climb the wall because you just want to strangle them. But that's what Sugar Stick's about. And when your mama warns you, and she's like, you don't want that. So I wrote a song about it, and that's what came out, and it's one of the favorites. We just released it as a single, and it has taken off, probably faster than anything we've ever released. So super excited about it. It's a fun song. Everyone seems to love it. So we'll see how it does.
Well, I tell you what, as soon as you said that, everybody in the offices here, all through the windows and everything, all stood up and pointed at me. They know what you're talking about, including the voice in my head. My wife, literally, she's nodding away like crazy going, oh yeah, this is all about you. Yeah, absolutely. So I understand the other side of that, the recipient side of that now, I gotta be honest with you, but we love this song here. Over 1900, as I said, requested for it, 1936, and believe me, it is a worthwhile track. It really, really is. We love to play it here. We play it in a number of shows, and I gotta let you know, I've just been told 62 countries, 94 cities around the world, including Uganda, are tuned in right now, listening to our interview. Over 5 million people right now tuned in, absolutely loving that. So let's, without further ado, go with Diamonds and Whiskey live. Here is Sugar Stick.
I take one step for the thrill, I take 2 steps, it's overkill, I'm walking on.
Gosh, we ran out of time before. That's never happened before.
They're too busy gas bagging.
Too busy gas bagging. I'm in awe. You see, I'm joined by one of the royalty of Galaxy. That's what it is.
Paige that asked if it's going to be played.
Paige?
Yeah.
Has asked if it's going to be played.
Yeah, she's the manager.
Paige is asking. Oh, okay.
Paige
Well, Paige,
Gregory.
just for you. Here's Sugar Stick. Apparently, Paige asked for it.
Oh, Paige, just so I can give a shout out real quick, Paige is the most amazing person. She has pushed us so hard, and without her, we wouldn't be doing any of this. And so I just want to give her a shout out and tell her thanks so much for believing in us and pushing our music out there every day. This girl works really, really hard, and I work really hard. So for me to say that, it means a lot. And she's always impressing us. So thank you, Paige. We love you.
Awesome. And from us here at Galaxy, kia ora katoa.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Paige. You know, maybe, just maybe, you might be able to do a deal with us and get them down here in New Zealand. What do you reckon?
We'll get Viking Queen.
Yeah, we'll get Viking Queen onto it.
Well, they're writing a song, so
They
we're
are.
going to have to hear it, aren't we, live?
Yeah, you see, the big deal is, and I've got to be honest with you, Jenny, we're doing something with the band Viking Queen. We're bringing them to New Zealand with another band called The Mighty One, and we would love to be able to include you in on the show, if you know what I mean. And we want to extend it from, instead of maybe just one small show, we want to actually make it a worthwhile weekend and throw some real bands at some real people and have one hell of a concert. What do you reckon?
Oh, I'm into it. I would love that. It would be so great. You know, Gara's been so nice to us, and we've all really hit it off. So we're excited to do something with them in the future for sure. That would be awesome.
You know, Gear is a wonderful man. He really, really is. He's my Viking brother from another mother, but he is my Viking brother, and I love him to bits. We better go back to the desk.
Yes, you better.
Otherwise, we'll get told off again. Absolutely love it. You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and I couldn't be more elated to be in the company of Jenny Webb, of course, coming from Diamonds and Whiskey, and what a great, great band. Now, Jenny, let's do the official thing first. How do we get hold of you? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? But more importantly, Jenny, do you respond?
Oh, we respond. Yes, we do. We are on Facebook at Diamonds and Whiskey, and Instagram, Diamonds and Whiskey Official, and then we're on Twitter as Diamonds Whiskey, and you can get us pretty much anytime. So yeah, definitely send us a message, hit us up. We'll be happy to chat with anybody. So we try to anyway.
Now, at the same time, do you have a website, and more importantly, do you have a merch store on your website?
So diamondsandwhiskeyband.com is our website, and Paige is in the process of especially for tour next year, because we want to do some limited items and that sort of thing. So.
Yeah, I totally understand. And, well, it is surreal times right now, so looking to the future of touring and everything like that, rather than, well, you know, I think a good portion of this year is pretty much, well, used up, to be honest. I don't think everything's going to come back to the norm. So we're literally looking at a year out from now to start planning again, if you know what I mean, and bringing bands to New Zealand. All pending, of course, on how our governments behave. Right now, we're only allowed about 100 people in a room, so it's not financial enough for us to even consider having shows or concerts or anything like that. We need to get back to the 5 and 20 and 30 and 80,000 kind of crowd, you know what I mean? And so it's that time, so that we're looking into maybe the following year, 21-22 era. So, having said that, at the same time, we know that you're going to be doing something very, very special with a very good friend of ours, Dear Miranda, and we're going to be talking to him with you right after this interview, and it's exciting to be able to introduce you to this man. He is my brother, I've got to be honest with you, even if he does come from Norway. He's my Viking bro, and I can't speak more highly of him. I would like to be able to try and collate you guys and get you all down here to New Zealand and play. The camera's on me. Go for it.
Thank you. I'm watching so I can take a bite.
Good, yeah. Just in case you were wondering. But we would love to be able to get you down here. Don't worry, I will put people in awkward situations very often. I love to do that because it's all good television. It's good television, it really is. But we're also, I'm not sure whether you've ever heard of a man called Dave Evans. Now, Dave Evans, very, very famous man in his own right, he was the very first lead singer of the band AC/DC. He's going to be joining us down here in New Zealand in the show. Also, a guy called Kevin Martin. Now, I'm not sure whether you're familiar with Kevin Martin. He's the lead singer from a band called Candlebox. And we're looking at bringing them down here. So, instead of doing maybe one evening show where we put a half a dozen bands together, we're looking at stretching this out for a festival over a weekend or so, maybe a 3-day weekend, where we can really make an impact. And we would love to be able to consider penciling you guys in for a bit of stage time. Would you come to New Zealand? Would you come down here? Will you entertain us?
Absolutely. Oh, you'll be entertained. We will come.
Believe me, I like this as a normal person, so believe me, I'll be able to entertain you right on back.
I believe that.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, believe me, the police officers love me going out and having a good night out. They do. I get into so much trouble, it's not funny. So, might just be a little heads up, put a bit of bail money aside.
Okay, I'll make sure to do that.
Yeah, I've got good lawyers. I can find you a good lawyer, but just a little bit of bail money, because you never know what we might get up with or up to. Including, well, you know, I'm the kind of guy that likes getting down and dirty in a big old truck and ripping up a paddock and all sorts of stuff. Throw a bit of, you know, moisture on there, make a bit of mud, make a bit of noise, make a bit of mess, get down, and then I get home and get told off because I'm just one awful kind of, standing at the doorway. And all the wife will usually say is, you've been in muddy water. Well, it's true. I have been. Yeah, I love to be able to be a redneck and get my truck out there and just do naughty things in somebody's paddock. Barbara can contest to that because I usually do it at her place. And she's shaking her head, not anymore, you're not. But, which is a good segue. And I think this is a great segue into the track Muddy Water, because this is your most requested song. Now, we started, you know, I told you about 1936 requests, of course, for Sugar Stick. But the reality is, you're over 37,000 requests for Muddy Water.
Are you serious?
I am serious. Now, I want to know how the heck this happened. Tell me about Muddy Water.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I'm a little choked up right now. I had no idea. Oh my goodness. written by one of my best friends, a girl that I love dearly. And this song just came pouring out of me. But it comes from a saying that my mamaw used to say, my grandmother, we call her mamaw over here. And she would say, well, Jennifer, you can't sit there in muddy water. And what she meant was, when people are being fake, it's like muddy water. You know, you can't really see their intentions. So that's where this song came from. And, yeah, well, I'm about to cry. I had no idea that people liked it that much. So.
They love it. They love Diamonds and Whiskey here at Galaxy, and believe me, this is one of the top charters that we have here. It really, really is. People are asking for it all the time, believe me. If we could play it over and over and over and over again, we would. But we can't. We're not allowed to. But, you know, when we get it in there, it causes such a response. It is incredible, and my receptionist can contest to that, because she once upon a time used to start writing stuff down saying these people requested this song. Now she hands me a USB and says, you would deal with it. True story. She does. So right here at Galaxy 107 FM is Diamonds and Whiskey. Here is Muddy Water.
I just can't believe that. That's insane.
Yes, I'm totally serious. Over 37,000 requests since we've started playing it. And it is one of the top requested songs that we actually get. It's one of those ones that just keeps on regurgitating the request. Can you play it? Can you play it? Seriously, it is.
It's true.
It is true.
Wow, thank you so much. I'm seriously fighting tears. Thank you so much.
Oh, no, don't.
It means so much to me. You have no idea.
Well, you know, I have said to you right from the very start, even when we were in your bedroom once upon a time, we love your work, we love your music, we love your style. And, well, it's self-evident. The listeners love your work. They love your style. They love your music. And it's, in particular, they love Muddy Water.
Yeah, I love it too.
That's so awesome.
I'll put that one up if it's on YouTube when I do my...
What a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
When I do my post.
Yeah, we have our lyric video up for that. It's actually really good. So, yeah, it's out there if you want to stick it up. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Awesome. At the same time, we'll can it out after this. There is a couple of questions I do have for you, but after that, don't go anywhere, because then we'll bring in Gear and introduce you to Gear on Skype, and his lovely lady. And believe me, I'm very jealous, Gear. She's a
We're looking forward to having this wonderful festival.
Yeah. I'm trying to.
He's going to get married on stage.
Yeah, but we want to do it here in New Zealand. We want to bring him down here to New Zealand and get him married here in New Zealand.
Yes, I want to be there for that.
Yes, you do.
We're going to be the bridesmaids, you and I.
Oh,
but you might be singing, of course.
There we go. Let's go back to the desk.
You can see through muddy water, but I'm doing what I ought to do. I took the trash out, I can't come from myself. I'm leaning to my bones, wanna take this world on my own. Crazy cries, but I wanna see through muddy water.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. It is 5 after 12 o'clock, lunchtime. It is 14 degrees downtown, heading for a high. The weatherman says 17 degrees today. I'm kind of worried that he's actually going to win. I am. You know, it's been a bit of a struggle. I said 22 degrees today easily. I don't think it's going to get there, actually. Little self-doubt right now. I think Barbara's going to win too, because she went with the weatherman, which is weird. It's weird. She never does. Ever. we always make fun of him. Not this time. Wednesday, May 27th, and I'm joined, absolutely elated to be joined by Jenny Webb, coming from the band Diamonds and Whiskey, and we just played their #1 requested song, which is Muddy Water. Now, Jenny, I've got to ask you, what's the chances that you'll send us a few CDs so that we can do some giveaways to our listeners? So I think they've earned it with the 37,000+ requests. Maybe we can do some giveaways. Keep Diamonds and Whiskey rolling here at Galaxy. What do you reckon?
Yes, absolutely. We will send you some. I'll make sure Paige has the mailing address and everything, so we'll send you plenty of copies of Heartbreak Queen.
Awesome. And I tell you what, if you've got a T-shirt, send one to me, because believe me, the people watching this, they look. Today I'm wearing Anne-Marie Shea, a young lady, believe me, who's going to make a huge impact in the country music scene. She really, really is. And I'm very proud to be able to promote Anne-Marie Shea. I can do the same when I'm doing interviews with a Diamonds and Whiskey T-shirt as well. They go and look, and before you know it, you got another 5,000 Facebook fans going to feel sorry for you.
That's awesome. We will definitely send you some.
Nice, nice. Besides, I like a bit of swag. I got to be honest with you. Always like a bit of swag. And I'd be very, very honoured to wear a Diamonds and Whiskey T-shirt and promote you as much as we can. At the same time, after we do this, I'm going to take a very, very quick video. Once we get through the interview and the meeting with Gear Miranda, we'll take a very quick video and we'll put it on our website. Now, as I said, there's over 5 million people right now online. There's about 5,833,000 online that are listening to this particular thing. They go to our website, they hook in. We know how many are there. Possibly we don't know exactly where they're from, but we know that they're there. So they do look at our website. So what we do now is we do a little video saying, "Hi, this is Jenny Webb from Diamonds and Whiskey. You're listening to Galaxy 107 FM, or thank you to DJ Grant," or something like that. Put it on there, and then you're going to have yet another 5,000 Instagram fans getting in touch with you. You're going to be there all day texting people. I feel sorry for you, I do, because they're going to love you. They really, really are. We love you here at Galaxy, and just wondering, will you come back again? Will you release new music with us again?
Absolutely, absolutely. This is always a pleasure. Thank you so much.
And you know something? Loving the house. I really, really am. A little disappointed I haven't been invited back into your bedroom just yet, but, you know, maybe next time. What do you reckon?
Definitely next time. I almost did it today, but then I was afraid that you guys would be mad at me.
Nah, believe me, I'm very happy in other women's bedrooms. No, I didn't mean it like that. Doing interviews, they are comfortable. That's what I meant. Sorry. Yeah, the wife was looking at me sideways then going, "Pardon?" Yeah, no, I didn't mean it like that. I didn't. Wherever you're comfortable, we'd love to be able to do more interviews with you in the future. Now, have you got anything in plan?
Oh, goodness. Well, we can't tell you what we're planning for tomorrow, but tomorrow on our page at 4, there's something really special going on. So if you want to catch a really cool live stream tomorrow at 4. But yeah, this summer we're out west touring. If everything holds up, we're opening for Diamond Rio, Chris Jansen. We're playing Carolina Country Music Fest with Darius Rucker, Luke Combs, Eric Church. We got a lot of big stuff coming this summer if the coronavirus allows. So yeah, lots of stuff coming.
Absolutely. Now, you are taking care of yourself. I can see that. And so happy about that, because believe me, it is a weird time, and it is affecting so many different people around the world. It really, really is. So it'd be good to be able to get back to some semblance of normal and get some shows running. Literally, it really, really would. And we wish you all the best with that. So when we see you again next time, we would love to be able to talk about possibly all new music, all getting new CDs, everything like that down here, that we can do some giveaways, keep you going, and hopefully, just wondering, next time you're next to a recordable 58, how would you like to do me a little stinger saying, "Hi, it's Jenny Webb from Diamonds and Whiskey. You're listening to Galaxy 107 FM, and I'll make sure it's being played here at Galaxy." What do you think?
Absolutely, I can do that very soon for you.
Awesome. Love love it, love it, love it, because we want to be able to keep Diamonds and Whiskey in everybody's minds. We want them upsetting my receptionist like crazy and asking for more music.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate you playing it.
Now, stay where you are right now. We do something very, very shortly, but just before we leave, Paige, you're a gem. Keep up the good work. And that's from us here at Galaxy. We love you. We love Diamonds and Whiskey. Please, please, keep up the good work and keep this young lady working, won't you? Yeah. Thank you, Paige. Anyway, don't go anywhere right now because we are going to do a couple of things, but you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Thank you for joining us with Diamonds and Whiskey live here at Galaxy.